Untitled producer.
Good evening, kings and queens. Good evening, kings and queens. This the Grind Hard Dream Big Show. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Yeah. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Yeah. I'm in the building right now. Two kings, man. Talking this good old financial literacy, man. Introduce yourselves to the people, man.
ML Green, Green Light Life Growth, man. Shout out to my boy J Flow. I appreciate you for having me here, man.
I appreciate you.
The harder
man.
you grind, the bigger you dream.
Yeah, my man. My man.
Listen, good evening, kings and queens. Good evening, kings and queens. This is for y'all.
Yeah, my name is Ernest, and you can follow me on Instagram at YoungOGE. And I'm just, young street cat, just trying to change this life. I'm on here to just put insight on a different vibe, that's all.
That's all right, man. So we talking financial literacy, man. It's a tough topic to talk about because, people be like, I don't know how I'm going to spend my money. What is this? So how do we define financial literacy? What is it?
For me, I think that's a great point to bring up because a lot of people do not understand what financial literacy actually is. Financial literacy is knowing what to do with money, how money works.
Okay.
It's not necessarily anything about, I think a common misconception a lot of people have is they think that it's about being rich.
Right.
No, it's about using your money wisely. It's about using your money properly. That's what financial literacy is, being intelligent about how you use your money, when to save, when to spend, when to invest, when to build, when to do certain things. And, I think a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people just get it confused and they think it's about wealth, which it could be about wealth as well. But it's more so about understanding how money works.
Okay, so how money works. All right, so Ernest, what you think, like financial literacy, when you think of the term financial literacy, what do you think?
So when I think of the term financial literacy, the first thing I think of is just the way you use and think of how you spend your money. Like, the way you make it. So most people tell me, like, you should be saving at least about 70, 80% of your money and only spending 30 or 20%.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's how the rich people do it. So say if you make $100, you should really be saving like 70, and then you can go spend the 30. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
That's
man.
cool,
Hey,
you know
look.
what I'm
Hey,
saying?
I'm just like
That's
learning
just the
something
angle,
already.
you know
I'm
what
like,
saying? That's just
oh,
one
bro.
angle. That's something small, but if you do that repetitively over time, it works.
Okay, because like for me, I was like, all right, financial literacy. I got money, because that's finance. And then literacy is just how to use it, the tool itself. So would y'all agree that money is a tool?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so
That's
we say that
all it
money is
is.
a tool? Okay.
Money's not even real.
Okay.
Money's not even real.
Okay, but that's what I'm
You
saying.
go to work. You go to work 40 hours a week.
Okay.
And then when you're done working for 40 hours a week, you get your paycheck on Friday, and guess what happens? Money just appears in your bank. You never even touch the money. Digital currency. Money is not real. It's a tool.
That's the way of the future.
It's
Wow.
the way of the future.
It's
the way of the
getting
future,
deep.
bro.
It's getting deep.
It's the way of the future. Money's not real.
Okay.
Money's not real.
All right.
You know.
So with your financial literacy and your business and what you do, first of all, I want to congratulate you on that. Because like I said,
Thank you,
the
bro. I
notion
appreciate
for
that.
you to take those steps, we talking about financial freedom. Give us the rundown and why you decided to take that leap. Why did you decide to take that leap, and why did you feel like it was time?
Well, for me, for one, I was always interested in money and how it works.
Okay.
I've always been very observant. I've always been a very curious type of person. So, for example, I'm in the studio right now, or I would be walking past a large building, and in my mind, I'm like, how did somebody get this?
Right.
I just live in a house and I go to school.
Right.
Like, that's it. I don't know, how. So that's the first thing that triggered my interest to that. But then one of my best friends, my boy Dutch Master, we used to work the same jobs. We had the same jobs, and I would go and spend my money.
Right.
And then he would be like, bro, we work the same amount of hours. We work the same amount of time. Why don't you have no money?
Ooh,
And that was the first thing that really triggered my mind. But then after that, one of my boys that I went to high school with, my boy Jeremy Lucas,
Okay.
that's the person who really, really got me involved in the Credit Kingpin. And that's why I'm rocking this One Deep. That's his brand right there, One Deep, man. But I just watched him live his life, and he was going to the Dominican Republic and going here and going there, and he was saying, I went and did that for free.
Wow. So you're sitting there
And
taking
I'm like,
the trips
how-
across the world and free.
I'm like, how did you do that? And then come to find out, he was telling it was based upon credit. It was
Okay.
Credit.
Okay.
So when that happened, as far as the credit went, it like triggered another thought in my mind. And then he finally ended up starting his own company, Credit Kingpin Beneficial. And he started doing that, and he asked me to come in, and he kept asking me. He
that's
wanted
what's
to
up.
bring
That's
me
definitely
in.
what's
So I was like, man, I'm interested in credit. I want to know how does it work? And, he gave me a lot of tips and tricks. And now it's just like the world's wide open.
That's good. Excuse me. That's good. That's good, y'all. That's
People
good.
got $300 billion worth of properties, assets that is off of credit. It's not liquid cash. It's not, they don't have the money flat out. They have access to funds. So
That's
that was
crazy.
my interest.
So, see, man, hey, young, he jumping over all these terms. Hold up. See, he said assets. So we're gonna talk about that right now, since you just said it. Assets, liabilities. A lot of us, we need to clear that up, like right now, and what that is. So, an asset, is that something obtainable long term? And then how do we look at liabilities? We got to get this vocabulary right so people understand what it is. So, let's define asset. What is an asset?
Assets are things that you purchase, and when you purchase them, you will at minimum maintain your money,
Okay.
or it could be something that could make you more money.
Okay.
That's an asset. A liability is something that the moment that you purchase it, it automatically starts declining.
Okay.
That's the difference between assets and
And
liabilities.
Okay, so what you think? What you think, Aaron?
No, I agree with him totally. Everything he just said, he hit it right on the nose.
Okay, because like I know for a fact if we, know what I'm saying, like if we look at assets and we look at liabilities, the notion of, wearing rich and thinking rich, I mean, that's
Facts.
a conversation within itself too. So I think this kind of applies to that because we're like, okay, well, we wear rich, but we don't think rich.
And then it's also some things that could be perceived as a liability that could be an asset.
Okay.
That's where mindset comes in.
Hey man, look, hey,
Some
he's
things
giving
could
y'all.
be-
We
some
talking heavy.
things could be assets that people use as a liability when really, if you use it as an asset, you up.
Right. So we got to find ways to do that, man. So credit. So I know that credit is, based off of numbers. So we talk about, of course, 0 to 800, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we're gonna break that down, why is the score significant? What does the score indicate? What is that an indicating factor of?
Trust.
Trust.
Okay.
That's it. Just simple trust.
Trust.
Okay. So
If you're trustworthy and you have good credit, that applies to streets, that applies to business, that applies to your girlfriend, that applies to your mother, that applies to your aunts, trust. That's all it is.
Basically, just the level of trust.
okay. Ooh. Okay. So how'd you look at that? So when you think of the numbers, what you think about, bruh?
Yeah,
Like, what you
basically,
thinking?
like what I just said, it's like the level of trust. So you start off with a certain level they give most people, you know what I'm saying, coming in. And then once you start getting loans and borrowing money, depending on how you pay it back, your numbers go up or down.
Okay, so for the people that's out there, just let's say for example, they just sitting there wilding. They got a card. Let's say for example, I'm new to the game. I don't know nothing about it. I got a card. What should I do to build my trust? Let's say for example, I'm starting from ground zero. What should I do?
You have no credit whatsoever.
If I have no credit whatsoever? Let's just say for example, I'm new to it. I don't know nothing about it. Just obtained it. How do I build my trust from that number scale? What would be the first thing I should do?
Trust yourself and open a line of credit.
Okay.
If you really, really officially don't trust yourself and you really, really don't believe that you're capable of having the level of discipline to gain credit, buy a secured credit card.
Okay.
It's only $100, $200.
Okay.
The bank more than likely will give it to you.
Okay.
Because it's secured.
Gotcha.
Now, a secured credit card means that what you're going to do is you're going to put the money up front. So you're betting on yourself. You're trusting yourself. You put up $200, $100, $150, and then you use that credit card as if it's a regular credit card.
Okay.
And you pay it off every month. Then you develop repetition. You develop a habit.
Okay.
And it's habit stacking. These are all things habit stacking, like doing the same thing. Like a person who wants to be a bodybuilder.
Okay.
You're not going to develop no muscles if you don't go to the gym and pick up a weight.
That's facts. I got you. Okay. All right. I'm trying to fit. Like I said, man, it's so much. I
You
be
just
like,
not
dang,
going-
man, what's
that's
going
just not
on,
reality,
man? We
bro.
out here like
That ain't reality,
It's
bro.
so much, bro. It's so much. But what I want to do now, man, I want to get into this Dreamers joint, man, by my man Smoke Green, for real, man. And we're gonna talk more about saving, spending, and all that financial literacy stuff, man. Grind hard, dream big, man. Don't touch that dial. Don't go nowhere, man. We just getting started.
I came to talk to you, but homie interfered now. Introduce you as a girl. Some people talk
Mic check. Trying to get the levels down right, you know what I'm saying? You hear me now? Turn me up.
Let this beat ride out.
Y'all know what to do.
Why y'all dream on? Yeah. Dreams that I'm seeing when I'm sleeping, they be so vivid. Wake up and go get it. So with it. So with it. Dreams really come true. Go get 'em. Got a lot of dreams, gotta bring 'em to life. Got this fire burning them, gotta make it ignite. Trying to live a life so nice, thinking I gotta do it twice. Make a wrong turn, turn around and I do it right. Man, this beat is tight, something a little soulful. This a little food for thought, call this shit soul food. Go and take it local, the regional and global, international, my colloquials. Crown a nigga noble, now I'm in my zone, still under the pressure. Sometimes the bright lights and camera flashes really can stress you. But it ain't no testimony if they don't never test you. Plus, how they really gonna know if you really special? Ain't the same, but I came from the bottom too. Might hear me complain, I overcame, did what I gotta do. They said change the way you rap, man, your views too radical. I'm like, fuck that other lane, the shit too irrational. These dreams that I'm seeing when I'm sleeping, they be so vivid. Wake up and go get it, I'm so with it. So with her, dreams really come true. Go get 'em. These dreams that I'm seeing when I'm sleeping, they be so vivid. Wake up and go get it. So with it. So with her, dreams really come true. Go get 'em. All the chatter, get the pussy wetter. Look, I gotta get it. Will I get a meal or 10 of them? I'm just politicking, blowing on these trees. Got me on another level. I'm gone with the breeze. Got the pedal to the metal. Born a revolutionary. Always gonna be a rebel. Patience is a virtue, but don't you ever settle. Hotter than the kettle on the stove on the winter day. Some days you see me lose, but don't snooze, you see me win the day. When you riding this, I hope it put you in the days. Once I break through, it's breaking news that I'm in the state. Some say he insane, some say he is genius. One thing that don't change is the passion. I really mean this. This is what dreams are made of. What is your dreams made of? They ain't too big. What you gonna do when you wake up? My attitude for this rap shit so magical. The first step to change is change your whole attitude. These dreams that I'm seeing when I'm sleeping, they be so vivid. Wake up and go get it. I'm so with it. I'm so with her.
back, man, and we back. Hey, so shout out to you, man, for the dreams, you know what I'm saying, and inspiring people with that record, man. It was really heartfelt. I'm not going to hold you, know what I'm saying? You always been doing your thing with that and just leveling it up in life and doing what you do now. So this financial literacy thing, man, because like I said, man, this is the topic of the discussion. So like for the people that's out there, know what I'm saying, this is the topic. And what people need to understand is we have saving, we have spending, we have investing. These are all verbs here, but credit is the noun, you know what I'm saying? So credit is the name of the game, and financial literacy is, you know, the knowledge that we must obtain. So we're gonna go ahead and play this game that I would like to call cash, debit, or credit. You know what I'm saying? So the way that it works for real is, you know, we're gonna pull up, we got 3 locations. So what I want y'all to do is put y'all thinking hat on, and as we go to these locations, how you're gonna handle the transaction.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We clear, we good? All right. So we going to the gas station. Cash, credit, or debit? What are we using? So you could go ahead and go first. So if you go to the gas station, how are you handling your transaction? Cash, credit, or debit?
Me personally, what I would do is I would build enough credit to where I have a credit card for gas that gives cashback rewards.
Okay, so you going the credit route.
I would go the credit route. Now, of course, if you don't have credit, then you will be in a position where you would have to use your debit or your cash.
Okay. So all right. So Mark is basically saying credit. What you think, man? What you going to go
Me,
with?
personally, I'm going to go cash.
He going with cash.
That's what I always use, man. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really started using credit, so I always use straight cash, but I definitely get into like the rewards and all of that type stuff. So
that's also dope too. They still have cash-based rewards programs too.
Oh yeah, that's sweet.
All gas stations. Yeah,
that's sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and I ain't gonna hold you. I probably go earnest route. I ain't gonna say that. I use straight cash for the gas though.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying, if I gotta go ahead and put gas in my tank, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
All right, so we got different methods for that. All right, so now we going to the mall. Know what I'm saying? Big stepper. You hear me? Going to the mall. So now what are we going to do? We going debit, cash, or credit? And hold up, let me just be specific. So, know what I'm saying? We in the DMV. So let's say we're going to Tyson's 1, Tyson's 2. What we doing? Debit, cash, or credit. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? We can start with.
You want me to go first?
Yeah,
This
we
time
can
or-
same way.
Okay.
No matter.
So for me, I mean, if I got Tyson's 1 or Tyson's 2 money, I'm putting that thing on credit. You know. Now, if I ain't gonna talk about that, but you know, if you got the money to do it, then you know, go and do that because you're not gonna be able to take those clothes. Like the moment you buy the clothes, the value depreciates.
Okay.
So you might as well buy it cash. It's not like you're gonna take it and flip it.
Right,
You know
right,
what I
right,
mean?
okay.
Like that's a little bit different situation. But you know, if I had credit and I wanted to flip game, I buy it on credit and I'll never touch it, and then I'll go resell it and you know,
that's
something like that. You know what I mean?
What you doing, Ernest? What you gonna do with yours,
see,
man?
me, I'm going to go straight cash. I'm going to cash out.
Cash
I
out,
wish
huh?
I was the type of person that had a credit right now, so I would get it on credit because that's definitely the smarter route.
Okay. So he
I
said the
definitely
smarter
done-
route.
I'm guilty of cashing out. Especially Tyson 1, Tyson 2.
He said, "Oh yeah, they be
You
busting.
gotta
They
go
be
stunt.
busting."
You gotta stunt.
He
You
said he
gotta
trapping the
go.
bag.
Ain't nothing wrong with it if you going down
That's how
cheap.
we
Ain't
go.
nothing
Yeah, I
wrong
ain't gonna
with
hold
it.
you.
feel
I ain't
me?
gonna hold
Pull
you.
up on them. Yes,
Nah,
sir.
that's wild though, for real.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. I probably go credit though. Only reason being is because I know I can, get it back. In a sense, I mean, I know that I'm spending it on clothes, but you feel me, like just to
That's a
up my
major purchase.
trust, just to up my trust
Facts.
and know
You
that
right
it's
about that.
the disciplinary factor, because it's like, all right, but if I got
Yeah.
discipline, I can
Yeah.
use it this way.
Yeah.
So
Now
I
that's
think the
genius
answer.
though.
You
That's
feel me?
genius. A lot of times that a lot of people don't understand is the best time to use credit for the most part is when you're making big purchases.
Okay.
Your everyday purchases, you don't necessarily need credit.
Okay.
But your larger purchases, like Tyson's 1, Tyson's 2,
Oh yeah.
it's probably more intelligent to use it on credit to build your credit.
Okay. And
You
then
sharp. You J-Vo, you
I'm
sharp,
I'm
man.
trying, you hear me?
sharp.
I'm
Yeah,
trying. But
yeah.
all right, so the last spot, know what I'm saying? So if you got your lady, know what I'm saying, female friend, lady friend, y'all going to, let's say, maybe Foco de Child or Ocean Prime or something like that.
Okay.
So what we doing? Debit, credit, know what I'm saying, cash, how we doing it? The tab come your way, boom, you open it. What we doing? Know what I'm saying? It's big step, but I know it's just two of y'all. But, you feel me?
How long
How
we
you
been
doing?
together?
Also, how long you been together matter?
Oh, facts.
It don't matter.
Facts.
I mean, well,
yeah, I'm not doing. I ain't going hard like
mean,
no
if
Fogo.
you going to
no.
Fogo or Ocean
Yeah.
Prime, it means something. So
Yeah, Ocean,
Yeah.
we there.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's,
I ain't gonna
it's a
hold you.
level of significance.
That's the whole
So
vibe
that's
for
all
me.
I'm
So
saying. You
I'm
feel
gonna
me?
pull out the debit card.
You said I'm gonna pull out the debit.
I'ma pull
Okay,
out
so
the
you going
card, 'cause
debit.
Now they gonna be thinking.
Yeah. Nah, that's facts too, though. That's facts.
I'ma give 'em
That's
the debit
facts too.
card, you know what
I
I'm
probably, I probably would bust out the credit joint because that's another big purchase.
Okay.
That's probably what I would do, but at the same time, like the type of lady I personally would like to deal with, she gonna bust out her credit too.
Okay, all right, that's all right. I ain't gonna
you
hold
know,
you.
I ain't
Ain't nothing wrong with
trying.
that.
you
Ain't
feel
nothing
me?
wrong with that. I ain't gonna hold you. I
know,
probably
Definitely a blessing right there.
Yeah, I probably go
Yeah.
credit too, only because I know it's like Ocean Prime, y'all like I know they be going crazy off the Ocean Prime. They be going crazy off the Fogo. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, man, all right, man, make that disciplinary move right there.
Yeah.
Boom, just put
Yeah.
it out there. You know.
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all for playing the game, man. So saving
question.
is spending, man. I got a problem with it. I ain't gonna hold you. I think we all do.
A lot of everybody does.
We all
or
do.
at least has.
Yeah,
Or
a problem.
at least
yeah.
will.
Cause it's like,
It's
bruh, we
all
get the
around the
bread,
board.
and it's like, what do we do? And I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not the type of like if I sit on some cash, I'm like, man, I'm gonna probably spend it. I know Kizzy. I'm not gonna spend it. So how do we come up with these disciplinary, I guess, tactics to try to conserve and save our money? Like, even if it's pennies, quarters, dollars, $5, 10, 20, 100. I'm saying, what do we do to help
I really
people?
think it's more so about just constantly saving money, and it gets to a point where you have to learn how to start investing your money.
Ooh,
Facts.
we
Just
said
saving
investment.
money, just sitting there, it ain't really doing nothing.
Okay.
It's doing nothing.
You know what
but
I'm saying?
Okay.
Even if
Facts.
it's sitting in a bank account, you getting that little interest. It ain't really nothing too crazy in a year. You're not really making nothing crazy unless
Okay.
you got 50 racks or something crazy
Said
in your
50
account. You
bands,
know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
Okay.
the best thing is definitely try to find something that if you definitely like a hustler or a business person, you got
Right.
a business going, definitely always try to invest in yourself as much as you can.
Okay.
Factos.
Okay. So if we talk, and I'm glad we're using all these verbs. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling
Factos.
like I'm in school
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Yeah,
So like
yeah,
you said,
yeah.
save and spend it. So
Life is
investing.
a school.
Yeah. Okay. So investing, another verb, as we all know. So when we talking about investing in what though? Like, how can I make my money work for me? Like, if I'm saving, I know saving the money and everything like that, but investing, like, what do I have to invest in, or how do we invest? What do we do? What are our steps to do that?
I think
Well,
that's
the-
to each his
probably-
own.
To teach
The
his own.
first thing is
Okay.
probably do research.
Do research. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's number one. Fact.
Yeah, we need
You
that.
gotta research.
Hey.
Whatever you even thinking about, got an idea to do, definitely do some research, self-research. Don't
Self-research.
listen to nobody. Definitely get on the internet or whatever you do to get your information and do it yourself.
Okay.
That's how you gonna know for sure. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody tell you nothing.
All right. So, because like I know people be talking about, like stocks and maybe, I don't
That's
know,
one route.
That's
different
one.
ways to invest. Because, of course, I know Bitcoin was heavy, but that's a stock, you feel me, in a different notion. So everybody's
Bitcoin
playing different.
has a stock and then they got cryptocurrency. That's two
Okay.
different things. But,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah. So,
but like he said though, like he said, like number one, you could save as much money as you want to, but if you're not making more money, only thing you doing is saving money. So when you save the money, you want to invest it. So then the goal is to not have to worry about saving money.
Right, your money is making money.
Yeah.
Your money's I don't have to worry
I
about
like that.
saving money.
Yeah, I got
That's
you. I
not
got
what
you.
I'm not in it. I don't want to save money. I want to make money
Right.
and take money.
I got you. Yeah, he said, take money. Yeah, take money. Take money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Nah,
the
I
goal.
feel you. Yeah, so it's like, how do we, get there? And I think, mentally, knowing that this is a long-term thing.
Mm-hmm.
So break down long-term and short-term. Because, I feel like a lot of people, 9 to 5s, we grind and we working entrepreneurs. You feel me? That type of notion, the short-term game and the long-term game. Financial goals, what do they look like, specifically for yourself or specifically for you? Like, what do financial goals look like for you? Either or.
I'm gonna let the brother go first.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna
All
let,
right,
I
okay.
think I went the first half.
So for financial goals for me, basically like short term, I say depending on what I want to do with the money.
Okay.
So like say if I want to save up like $500 for something, that'll probably be like I don't know really. Right now, I don't really have no short-term goals, like something physical that I want to buy. So if I was saving money short-term, it'll probably be like for some clothes, maybe something like that.
Okay.
Fix up my car, something like that.
I
Probably
got you.
$500.
Okay, something essential. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy.
Okay, and
But
yourself.
long-term goals, I would say like, say if I was saving up for like a boat or something like that,
Okay.
then that'd be a whole different strategy. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because now I'm thinking, it's not like I'm gonna get this in like a couple months. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, so
Yeah.
when I'm saving money, that's money I'm not even seeing or touching. I'm just putting that straight to the side off bucks,
Which is
off
good.
Every money I touch, so
Which
I
is
know
good. Yeah,
once
that's
I get
good.
to my goal, however long it take, like 6 months to a year.
That's all right. Okay, I got you. So what you think, man? How you coming with it?
I think he exactly stamped it. Everybody has different things they want to accomplish.
Yeah.
You know, so
Okay.
it's a matter of what you want to do, and of course, I mean, no matter what you want to do, you're going to still have small term goals. Then you're going to have medium term goals, and you have long term goals.
Right.
Like but on the long term, like he was talking about boats and yachts. Yeah, that's 25 years down the line. But a lot of people don't think that far. They think that 25 years down the line is too far to think I need it now.
Right.
No, like you need this now. You need to fix your car right now.
Yeah,
You need
yeah.
to fix your
Maintain
this right now.
bills.
Yeah.
5 years from now, you need to do this. You
Right.
need to start your business, and your company got a $500,000 in the.
Yeah.
10 years from now,
Yeah.
you feel me? So it's always different levels of goals.
Right,
Like it's
yeah.
not like a one set goal, and it's all predicated upon each individual person and what their desires are. Everybody doesn't care to have a yacht. I can't tell you to go get a yacht.
Right,
That
yeah,
ain't-
yeah. That
I would
ain't
like
me.
to have a
Yeah,
yacht.
of course. I'm pretty
And
sure I would love to have one
but
too. I ain't
also
gonna lie.
with wanting the yacht, I understand it. It may take me 25, 30, 40 years, and I'm willing to put that grind in.
Right, and
I'm
that's
willing
good.
to stay locked in.
My man,
You know what I mean?
yeah, grind hard,
Some
dream
people
big.
not
Okay.
willing to stay locked in.
Yeah, that's facts though. And I think the way that I look at it, like you're saying, the short term thing and the long term thing, if I know for a fact that, the end result is going to be this, then my mind is locked in. If it's a 5-year goal, it's a 5-year goal. If it's a 10-year goal, it's a 10-year goal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if it's a short term thing, then I know it's like, all right, man, I got to prioritize. And I think that's the problem. That's an
That's
issue.
it.
We
That's
got to
it.
prioritize,
That's it.
what is important to us. So when we're talking about financial responsibility, like I said, with liabilities, man, it's like the think rich, and wear rich. So I know for a fact coming up, I was into the latest, wanting to keep up. So what are we seeing now? Like, what are you guys seeing now that is kind of like
The same
mind-blowing
thing.
to you in a sense, and it's like, that, or you're not really surprised at all because of people's mindsets and what COVID has hit, when COVID hit, and we still in it now, obviously, but how people have been carrying that, notion of assets and liabilities. What are you guys saying? I know that's kind of heavy, but
No, I mean it's always that's what we here. That's what we here to talk about, bro. We here to talk about the real.
So like, what are we seeing when it comes to that? And it's like, okay, how y'all pivoting through it, and then the mindsets, like where y'all at?
Man, I look at it and I see people just taking it for granted, man. I
You
see
said-
so much stuff going on the internet, man. It's crazy.
He
bro.
said he's seeing everything on the
It's
internet.
crazy. It's crazy. All this money people getting off this unemployment, and I don't really see too much people doing too much with it other than, man, just looking sweet, being fresh. So a lot of people don't get it, man. I don't know if people want to get it or even care, but it's crazy, man.
So-
I've seen a lot of people had 10 bands summer. Now everybody's sitting around waiting for another stimulus.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's just like, that goes to show
That's-
you ain't nobody got no financial literacy.
Yeah.
Everybody just want to get some money and look sweet at this point. man.
Yeah, but that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Okay, what you think, man? What you think, Mark?
I think the same thing. I think the same thing that he talking about. Like, I mean, people, and it's not their fault though,
He said it's not their fault.
because financial literacy was not taught to us.
Okay.
Exactly.
Nobody
Exactly.
taught
Definitely not
us
to me.
how to spend money.
Yeah, not to me either.
Like I'm in the credit repair realm or credit restoration, but it's also budgeting and debt payoff and
Okay.
all of these things, right? But you got to understand it. Credit did not come out till 1950.
Dang. So
The
we in
first-
2020,
the
it's
first-
1950.
The first credit card came out, Universal Dining Club, came out in 1950.
Wow.
My father was born in 1948. My mother was born in 1950. And I'm not saying that they didn't know nothing about credit.
Right.
I'm not trying to, go on my people. So let's
Right.
not ever get that
Yeah, yeah,
twisted.
yeah,
We
for
got
sure,
to
for sure.
clarify that.
Right.
But we also have to understand that my grandmother and father never saw a credit card to pass that down to my mother and my father.
Okay.
And that's the same thing for a lot of us.
People, right, yeah, okay.
A lot of people. Nobody now, our parents don't know how to teach us credit. It's our turn now. The generation is now. We're the people that's going to be able to change the game and elevate it. Like
Okay.
we're that group of people. It's kind of like our duty to
to do that. Okay. So we have to take that initiative to do that. And like I ain't gonna hold
It's
you.
not like nobody should feel. Listen, man, let me explain something to you guys. Nobody should ever feel ashamed about not being financially literate. This is fairly new.
He said this is fairly new.
Nobody should feel ashamed about not being financially literate at all. This is fairly new. But you should be ashamed if you don't take the initiative.
So, like I said, y'all being financially responsible, man, for your actions. I ain't gonna lie, like my man Ernest and Marcus said, like, these unemployment checks, I'm not gonna hold you. The fact that people is taking the $600, you know what I'm saying, whatever was given, $1,200, I'm sorry, and the unemployment checks and just trying to look sweet.
$1,800.
You
It
feel
don't
me?
even matter.
Trying to get these, you know what I'm saying, you stepping in Balenci's and Alexander, but you ain't got the Alexander job or the Balenci job. I'm just saying, it's just like, it's crazy to me. Or you feel me? Like, I don't understand what's going on. Or
Factos.
you job like, just Giuseppe's, whatever, you feel me? But you ain't got to just, you feel me? Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. And then the thing is, like,
You don't got the Giuseppe's, but you still getting pulled around financially
yeah.
like you a Geppetto.
Or you job like, or you know what I'm saying? You got a pair of Cartiers, but you waiting for the bus to come. I understand. Like, it's just like no kissy. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I don't know what's going on.
And you definitely ain't got no whip.
That's what I'm
and
saying,
shit.
bro. What you sitting there walking to the station? I don't get it. I don't get it though.
And even with that, once you get the whip and once you get the all of those things, it's a way to leverage your credit and turn it into cash.
I ain't know that. I ain't know that, man.
That's what we talking about financial literacy on a higher scale.
Okay.
Like Akon, right? I know everybody, y'all
Yeah,
heard about
yeah,
the
yeah.
Akon story,
Yeah,
right?
Akon,
Akon is
yeah.
about to open up a city in Africa
Yeah.
and all electricity. Akon got a $1 billion line of credit from China.
That's crazy. $1 billion?
$1 billion line of credit from China.
That's crazy.
You gotta have a whip, but how do you leverage it? That's what.
Right.
Then once you got good credit, it's ways to use it and manipulate it. And I'm not even saying manipulate it because I don't want to throw that out there. So
Yeah,
people
right,
make
right,
it
yeah,
twisted.
yeah.
But it's ways to leverage it and use it to make you cash.
Okay.
Turn your credit to liquid.
Okay.
That's what
That's what the purpose is.
ultimate goal
Okay.
is.
All right, 'cause I'm
of
about to say-
having good credit.
Okay.
It's not the good credit is not necessarily just for you to fall back on.
So, what you mean by liquid though? For the people out there that don't know what they
it
do,
is, yeah.
what you mean by that?
Liquid is cold cash. And I'm not necessarily saying paper cash, but this is not an asset. This is not something that you bought to manipulate. Liquid is, this is cash that I have to do whatever I want to. I want to go to, hang out with my friends. I want to go whatever, that type of cash. That's different from an asset. An asset is something you purchase with the intent, for the most part, to bring back something with it. Liquid is just cash that if everything falls apart tomorrow, I lose everything, this asset will still keep me ahead of the game.
Okay.
You know what I mean? This is something that I could still use.
Man.
That's what asset is. Like,
And that's good. That's good. Like I said, vocabulary is very, very important. Because like I said, man, we do so much with the money. And it's like I said, money being a tool. And then, you was just in there saying, like, money is not real. Like,
it's not.
That's the thing.
what
So
else
it's just
money's
like,
not real.
bruh.
It's
like,
a tool.
Yeah, it's
Like
a
you
tool.
said,
We
it's
got to
a
use it.
tool.
Yeah, we got to know how to use it, though. You got to know how to use it.
Yeah.
And I think, the notion of, spending and all of these things. And we're going to talk about mindset, too. So I know y'all probably peeped the verses. Gucci and Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? Two trap stars, we know. You know what I'm saying? The verses was mind-blowing to me, not only because, of course, you know, like, the history of it, but what I wanted to tell people about it was the real estate notion that Jeezy made and the comment that Gucci made about the jewelry. Only reason being is because the mindset at the particular time. Now, we know that these are two trap legends. They doing their thing. They put on for their people, give back to their people, find ways to, you know, invest in their people. So what did y'all feel about the verses between Jeezy and Gucci? What did y'all feel about it when y'all saw it?
I mean, for me, I definitely just enjoyed it, like, overall.
Okay.
Two phenomenal artists that put in a lot of hustle, imprinted a lot of different things in the game. That's number one. So for me, I wasn't really on any side. For me, they both legends to me. And but as far as even Gucci talking the jewelry thing, like, you know, like you could take jewelry and you could make that an asset. It doesn't have to be a liability.
Okay.
You know, that's possible.
Okay.
But, you know, and then Jeezy talking real estate, that's cool too. And I mean, both of those is kind of assets. Like I said, I'm kind of like, you know, I'm on the fence. I love both of them. I think both of them are phenomenal, great artists, great representations of coming from nothing and creating something.
Something, right.
But as far as real estate, you know, and it really comes back down to credit.
Okay.
You know, like
So
if you have horrible credit and you buy real estate, you're gonna lose. If you have great credit and you buy real estate, you could possibly do it.
Okay.
If you have bad credit and you buy jewelry, my bad.
I ain't mean to cut you off, bro. But shoot, nowadays I done seen they got ways you can do real estate with no credit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's just like I said again, you got to do your own research.
Facts.
Go out here, get on the internet, to look on Instagram, see what's going on with Aunt Glizzy and all that. So you can check your YouTube. I mean, not your YouTube. I'm sorry. Go on your Google and check out some information for your future. You know what I'm saying?
Factos.
Right.
Yep.
So how'd you feel about the verses? Like the perception
Verses,
of that and how it was, you know what I'm saying? Because like
that was like that was a big thing for me because you know I'm a big Gucci fan. So
Right.
for one, shout out to Gucci. You know? But Jeezy as well. I like Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely a big street dude. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with Jeezy too. But the thing with the verses, man, what Jeezy was saying, I get it with his real estate thing, but he gotta understand, like, look at the person you talking to is Gucci, man. Like he on the same thing. He might not glorify it or speak on it, but he doing the same thing. But right now, what we talking about is this beef, nigga. He's talking about this beef. So,
Right.
And that was all the way real.
Yeah.
Right,
On that part, that was all the way
That's
real.
what I'm saying, right?
That's all the way real, bro.
yeah.
Like, you can't just go.
I feel Gucci on how he carried the situation, and I mean, I respect Jeezy on how he went about it, but I just feel like that wasn't the right time and the place for his scenario, how he tried to
Yeah, I feel you. And like I said, for me, I like both artists. Yeah, big ups to Gucci. I mean, like I said, coming up, I listened to Gucci, I listened to Jeezy. Like, Jeezy was more commercial, you feel me? But at the same time, it was like, Gucci understood the pain, you feel me? Like, the whole notion of what happened, bro. Like, I mean, because you sent somebody
can't
for
take
him.
that away.
You sent somebody for him, so it's like, I'm not going to forget that moment. And we in the moment now, and I'm
can't
sitting there
take that
playing
away.
my disc
cannot
records
take
and
that
all
away.
of that.
And then it's
in
a
front of
million
you.
some people watching.
Yeah, it's a million some people, and it's like Gucci can like would you want him to sit there and just skip over those records and not play it?
Act
Like
like
he's gonna
nothing
be
happened,
him.
huh?
Yeah, you feel
Come
me?
on,
And his
man.
mindset about everything. So I think it was just the mindset at the time because everybody's like, man, well, Gucci ain't Hill and that was wrong, this, that, and the third. But it's a versus. I'm playing my music and I'm made these songs about you, so I'm going at
Ultimately,
you.
he's trying to win the versus battle.
Yeah, he's trying to
On
win the
top of
versus battle.
everything else
Yeah,
that's going on.
yeah.
And I mean, even with that, as far as heal, like, the people saying he's supposed to heal. The people saying, but this is the thing about it. The people saying he's supposed to heal, you never got bust at. Nobody never came to. So it's easy for you to say that, but
Right.
that's real life.
Yeah, that's real life,
a
yeah.
real.
Be in the same
That's
room
a
with
real
that
thing,
dude.
bro.
Yeah, to be in the same room with that person.
You
Yeah,
never
that's
went through
crazy.
that. You
Yeah.
cannot imagine what that
Yeah.
feels like. So
Right.
you know, like, let's just. If y'all want to talk music, then cool. You know, that's cool. But
It's a big step for both of them.
Yeah, it is though. Yeah, it was a good moment. It was a good moment,
And it
definitely
was
for
a
the
great-
culture.
positivity first. That was a phenomenal moment for the culture.
Right.
That was a great thing for everybody who comes after them to be able to see, like, that you could at least possibly be in the room with somebody that you had a serious problem
Beef with, yeah. And I think that, like I said, the street side of it, because, you know, like I said, like when we in these, you know, trenches in the hood and everything like that, you know, if it's like, yeah, man, I got a product. If I'm sitting there selling shirts, you selling shirts, we on the same corner. It's like, man, well, my price is this. Oh, my price is that.
tension.
It's going to be tension. So, you know, for us to get money together, how do we, you know, sit that crabs in the barrel mentality? Because, you know, we in the DMV and everybody be sitting there saying like it's a crabs mentality. Everybody moving the same. Everybody wearing the same jacket. Everybody, you know, doing the same. So what are some of these steps that we got to take to really just like shake the cobwebs off?
I say, man, people, first, you gotta be yourself, man.
Ooh.
There's a lot of people out here, man, they just fake
Number one.
lodging and all that, man. Be yourself. That's the main thing. It'll save you a lot of problems and a lot of stress. Just be yourself, because it'll keep a lot of BS away from you. You know what I'm saying?
So being yourself. Okay, what you think? What you think, Marcus? What you think?
I think that definitely what he said. Number one.
Okay.
Definitely, you have to be unique. But I don't. When I say that, I don't think that that's necessarily something that is of a DMV thing.
Right. Okay.
I think that's just a human. All successful people, they have a level of uniqueness to themselves.
Okay.
That attracts people to them.
Okay.
So, but as far as the DMV, you know, I don't necessarily know. I think we're still kind of too fresh in the game.
Okay.
You know, like when we was growing up and nobody was like rapping, but I don't know. We had our own. Everybody knew that DMV people was fly.
Right.
But it was never like a major city. And then I mean we got a small city too. Like,
Right. The city is small though.
It's It's not the size of New York City. It's not the size of Houston, Texas.
Right.
Los Angeles, California. It's a smaller type of thing. So I think it's definitely just going to take some more time. I think
Right.
time.
Okay.
Take time.
So
patience. You know.
So like y'all said patience, you said patience, you said being yourself. I think it's really who you hang around.
That as well.
You feel me? I think that's the big thing. So I was watching, I think it was, I forgot the name of the dude that was talking about the joint, but I was scrolling through YouTube and the youngin was like, yeah, man, if it's 9 people around and, you know, I'm the 10th person, if I'm hanging around 9 trappers, I could be the 10th trapper, 9 times the 10th. Then the youngin was like, yeah, well, if I hang around, now I'm saying 9 millionaires, I could be the 10th.
Yeah.
So it's just the notion of surrounding yourself with that energy.
Yeah.
Around that energy.
And to piggyback off what you're saying,
okay.
If I'm hanging around 9 Bamas, I could end up missing because I'm hanging around them too.
Right.
On the flip side.
Yeah,
like that's
okay.
two,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah.
So, but the goal you want to go for, like you said, is to be around 9 millionaires.
Yeah,
like,
right.
But I'm just, you got to also understand the other side too. Like people be hanging with some corny people and then be like, oh, well, some corny things happened. And it's like, oh, well, why did it happen?
Like who you around. Yeah, so how do y'all maneuver through that? I mean, you know, like I said, with, you know, circles of friends and cages and things like that, like how do y'all pivot? How do y'all maneuver? What are some things that, you know, some daily affirmations that y'all give yourselves on a daily basis to be like, all right, you know what, let me not fall in this trap, let me not go here, let me not go there. What do y'all do on a daily basis, you know, when y'all grinding and working? You feel me? Like what do y'all do?
For one, man, it depends. So if I'm working, my main thing is I'm there to get the money. So, I mean, being friendly and having friends at work, that's cool, but that ain't my main objective.
Okay.
That's going to be a plus for me.
Okay.
So, all the drama and all that extra, I ain't really into all that.
Okay.
But, like, say if I'm outside just cooling with my friends and all that, and I'm also getting money or trying to get money or just be around people that's just on some positive things, trying to get money.
Right.
I mean, I ain't really got to say too much. People will feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I'm out and if I ain't really feeling your energy or your vibes or the type time you on, like,
Right.
you ain't going to really get too much from me. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
all right, though.
It
Okay.
ain't really going to be no problem for me because I stop it before it can happen. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying? I just
yeah.
sit back and I read people. So
Sit back and read.
it
All
ain't
right,
really
that's
too
all
hard
right.
for me, you know?
That's good. Okay, what about you, Marcus? How you maneuver through it, you know, when we're talking about that? How do you maneuver through it, man? Oh, he's saying that he's just putting the logo.
I just roll one deep.
He said roll one deep. Yeah, I like that. My man said I just roll one deep. I like that. I ain't plugging his man in.
You know.
That's all right,
I
bro.
just roll one deep.
That's all right. That's cool,
And
man.
everything I do is
God's gift. Ooh, that's
I'm
deep.
trying to give a blessing to everybody, and you know, some people gonna respect it, some people gonna neglect it. And if somebody want to check it, then I'm gonna have to wreck it.
Okay. All right, I see you, man. Still
Other
in
than
this
that, man,
rapping bag, huh?
I just try to. I'm still in my rapping bag.
Yeah, that's all right. That's it.
I'm
Yeah,
still in my
yeah.
rapping bag.
That's good,
but
man.
But truthfully though, like minus that, like honestly, I just stay in my lane. I just try my best to not, the first inkling that I get that something is wrong. I ain't got time for it. I'm good on that, bro. I'm good on that because I know I'm gonna go.
Audi 500. Okay.
I'm gonna go to another, level that I don't deserve that, and they don't deserve that.
Facts, and I think that's big too because I want people to realize, like for me, I mean, y'all already know, y'all be tapped in. You know what I'm saying? The motivational videos. Only reason why I do them, because like I said, we got to motivate each other. So on a daily basis, man, I just been doing them. I ain't really keep track about how many I did, but you feel me? To do that, to put that
do
positivity.
You mind if I cut you off real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
We trying to motivate the kings and queens. We trying to motivate the kings and queens.
That's facts, though. And
Yeah.
doing it, on a daily basis to put that positivity in the air. Because if you ain't starting your day, you feel me, like on a good
Positive note.
like you just
gonna
gonna think
end it
everything
on that.
negative. So like, even when you working and maneuvering around, like, for me, journaling has been big. Writing down ideas, writing down, speaking it into existence, like what I got to do today, daily tasks, things like that. So I advise people to, journal or get with somebody that can help you. Don't ever feel like you too gangster to get help.
Facts.
Because it's like, dang, bro, my pride, my ego, like, nah, I can't do this. Man, you on some fool, you kizzy, whatever. Like, that's what people need to realize too. It's wild out here. You can't beef with information.
Facts, bro.
We
That's
can't beef
facts.
with. We can't
Not
beef with
scared
it.
I promise
to
you, look.
build relationships.
Yeah, that too.
If they need some help when something really, really going on, they don't call your phone.
Yeah,
you
they
want me
gonna
to bring the
blitz you.
doggy
They
out?
gonna
You
blitz
want me to
you.
bring the dog? No, I was trying to tell you, just remain positive today when you woke up. That's
Right.
that's what I gave you.
Right.
Now you want to call? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. That's feel me. I just like I said, I look at it that way, and I'm like the elevation and the growth between both of y'all. Like I said, I salute that because it's like, bro, I remember like we all worked, at Buff. And you feel me? Like, just to put that out there. But just realize, knowing
just
that,
real life,
you
like,
feel me?
real
Real
life.
life in those situations and realizing, like, how do we was utilizing the money and working and understanding that. But we're in better positions now where we know our worth and we betting on ourselves.
Facts.
And I want people to realize, like, we got to continue to bet on ourselves as people. Like, these dreams and these goals and aspirations of what you're doing, you got to be selfish for because they're yours. Ain't nobody else's.
You got it. And sometimes you have to be selfish. That's facts.
Yeah.
That's part of the financial literacy and everything. You gotta be selfish sometimes. That's facts of everything in life. You gotta be selfish sometimes. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry, I cannot do it this time.
He said, I'm sorry, I can't do this time.
Sometimes
What they say,
it
no
be like
spend
that.
November.
He said, no spend November.
Yes, all them type
Yeah,
of
that's
little
new to
I
me.
can't
I ain't
do
hear
it.
that. I
that
ain't hear
can help
that.
you. All type of little stuff like that.
Okay,
man.
yeah. So these positive affirmations, I think that's dope too. So there's one other term I wanted to talk about. I think, so is bankruptcy a good thing or a bad thing? Like if somebody sits there and they're like,
It
bankruptcy.
depends.
It depends.
I mean, everything
I
about
always thought that
financial
was a
literacy
bad thing.
depends.
You said bankruptcy. Could it be okay? So if we look at it in a positive, I mean, well, is there a pro or is there a con to it?
Bankruptcy
do
number
it.
one, but the bankruptcy number one, most people file for bankruptcy to maintain their assets so they don't
Okay.
lose everything they have.
Okay.
It's a ploy.
Can you even like break that down for me? Because honestly, I don't even understand the whole concept of
Bankruptcy. That's why I was saying, like, yeah, I don't understand it either because normally when you hear it, it'd be like,
Other
oh, he
than-
filed
I don't
bankruptcy.
know
Oh,
if-
yeah,
I
he
don't
broke.
know
He
if
broke.
I-
He broke.
Monopoly, you
well,
run out
see-
of money, so you gotta go bankrupt and start.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What that is.
No,
He
that's
said
not. No,
monopoly. You feel me? That's what I'm saying.
No.
Gotta break
You
it
got
down.
you got bankruptcy chapter 7. You got bankruptcy chapter 13.
Okay. So it's two chapters, two different ones.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Bankruptcy chapter 7 is when you file bankruptcy for a business.
Okay.
You want to make sure you keep your. We talk about Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll put it in simple terms. You want to make sure you keep your franchise as Buffalo Wild Wings open. You file for bankruptcy chapter 7
Okay.
to keep that business open and not in bad standing.
Got you.
Bankruptcy chapter 13 is more particularly based upon personal business.
Okay.
So let's say you got your car, you got a house, you done bought your wife a house, you done bought a car, you done bought your kids private school, whatever it is, you done bought all of these things. What you want to do is in that situation, if it comes down to it, like it is partially, I don't have the money anymore,
Right.
to keep paying on a residual bill.
Okay.
Right? So what you want to do is you want to file for bankruptcy chapter 13 so you can maintain the car that I worked hard for, the house that I worked hard for. You see what I'm saying? It's not just you went broke. It's just it's a tool that you maneuver through the financial realm to keep your assets.
Okay, because I know when
It
people be
doesn't
like, man, you
necessarily
filed
mean you're
bankruptcy,
flat
you're
out-
broke.
No,
Yeah,
hell
that's
no,
what we think
no,
about. Oh, yeah,
no.
you're broke. Like, you don't got zero, zilch, nada.
Let me explain something to you. You can file for bankruptcy at any time. Don't even matter.
Okay.
You could start a business and file for. See, I'm not gonna say all of that.
He like, yeah, man,
Some
give it
people
a
gotta
lot of
know,
times.
like,
You hear me?
bro,
You hear me?
you can file for
Yeah, yeah,
bankruptcy
he like,
whenever.
man, you give
Like,
it too much now.
if you see something about to go down, file for bankruptcy. And I'm not saying that it's always good because then there's other back parts to that. It may take 10 years for that to get off your credit report. It may take 13 years for it to get off your credit report. It could take 7 years for it to get off your credit report. Now you lose access to funds because you don't have access to credit.
That's heavy,
You
man.
see what
You
I'm saying?
talking
There's so
heavy.
many
You talking
different-
heavy. Double-edged
There's so
sword,
many
okay.
different,
Okay.
it's so many different. It's a way to do. It's a proper way to file for bankruptcy, and it's a wrong way to file for bankruptcy.
Okay. And I wanted you to clear that up because, like I said, when I hear about it, like Ernest was saying, like Monopoly, like, bruh, I ain't got nothing. I got everything. Come and get it. Just come and get it. You feel me? Just come and get it. I don't know. I gotta re-up. I gotta get back to where I need to get to.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it's crazy because I saw a tweet the other day and people were sitting there saying, like, America, if it was any perfect game, it would be Monopoly. You pass go, collect 200, but you're not doing nothing else on the board. So, I mean, how do you feel about the notion of Monopoly, and does that hold some fact?
Oh, that's absolute weight. That's absolute weight, bro. Like, for example, the time to file for bankruptcy in Monopoly is when you have cash on hand, but you got this property, that property, that property, that property, that property. Dang, I kind of took an L right there. Just take my cash, but I still got these properties, so I'm gonna make it back.
Right, okay. Ooh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I
I'm
got
gonna get
you.
it back.
I got you.
I have to hold on to this asset.
Right.
Yeah.
You take my liabilities, I need the assets.
Okay.
That's what the notion of, for the most part, for the higher end financial people, that's what they like. Filing for bankruptcy is an intelligent move as long as you know what you're doing. It
okay.
could mess you over, but you know, it's an intelligent move if you know how to
maneuver
correctly.
through it, and okay, because I might say I know we be playing. Like I said, I play Monopoly all the time, but
We
I
shoulda
don't think
played
about
Monopoly
it.
on
Yeah,
the
we
show.
should have did.
We shoulda
I ain't
just
gonna
played
hold
Monopoly
you.
the whole time we
ain't
was
gonna hold
talking.
you then. That would've been
We
cool.
shoulda played Monopoly
Yeah,
the
that would've
whole
been
time.
But nah, it's just the fact that when you play the game and you look at it, it's like, man, you play it by the ages, and then when you play it, you get older. You're like, oh, I didn't realize that.
It starts to look different.
Yeah, it starts
Yeah.
to look different, and you be like, man, I wanted to buy the purple joints. Oh, I was thinking about the light blue joints. Oh yeah, well, let me get all the railroads.
Utilities start to
Yeah,
look
yeah,
real
you hear me?
good.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying, bro.
Yeah,
no
it started looking at the
Railroads.
railroads. Yeah, because you get hitting everything, you hear me? 200
No question.
every time you line on everything, you hear me? So it's just crazy, man, with Monopoly. So how do you look at, these games and everything that we play when they be like, yeah, man, life is a game of chess, or when we playing spades, the
We
cards
coulda
you
played
dealt,
chess, too.
everything like that, you feel me? So
I mean, it's all facts.
it's all facts to
It's all
y'all?
got its own truths in the way.
Okay,
Some way.
That's it.
okay, man. That's all right.
That's the best
all
way
right.
to put it. In its own way. It all has its own truths in its own way.
That's deep and that's major,
Yeah,
man.
facts.
Yeah, so when we talk about financial literacy, I hope y'all learned a lot. I hope y'all learned a lot on this, man. I hope y'all really did because, like I said, man, a lot of y'all, myself included, man, I just felt like, man, I think I was missing a notebook, man. I just want to write some notes, man. I missed that. But I
was
can
that
commit it
close
to
to
memory, you
bringing
feel
a
me?
notebook. I was that close.
You feel me? And I just wanted people to realize what financial literacy is, heading into the new year. Hopefully that we can be financially responsible for the things that we need to do. You know what I'm saying? We got some homework we got to do. For real. And I appreciate y'all coming through, vibing. Is there anything else y'all want to tell the youngins, OGs, whatever, who y'all speaking to right now about, finance, grinding, motivation. We got to leave them with some motivation. So what we going to leave them, y'all? What we going to do? What you want to tell them, Mark?
Number one, take your finances serious. Money is just a tool that creates a sense of value for the way of the world. So, no, money's not everything, but it's a necessity in order for you to do what you want to do. So please pay attention to that always, man. Take it serious. Continue gaining knowledge. Continue growing. Continue believing in yourself. And that's really the only thing that I can say, man. Believe in yourself. Take everything serious, man. Life is not a joke, even though sometimes you have some funny moments.
So, Ernest, what you want to tell the people, man? Know what I'm saying? Everybody in the neighborhoods, everybody in the communities, everybody around Wade. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
What you want to tell them?
Stay true to yourself, man. Stack your money, stack, pray, stay out the way. And you know what I'm saying? Definitely just always just do your own research on things, man. Stop listening to Poo-Poo and stop listening to Lil Durk down the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stop listening to Kevin. He 35. He been in the hood about 20 years. He ain't make it out. Do your own research, man, and stay true to yourself.
That's all right, man. So he's saying stay true to yourself, man. I think the biggest thing is really surround yourself with the people that's doing what you want to do. The biggest thing is because you going to get that leap. You going to realize, all right, man, they in the game. So get in the game. Everybody that be in the sidelines, been on the sidelines, get in the game, man, for real. Get in the game and find a way. So for all the youngins out there, save your money. You know, it's cool to work a 9 to 5. It's cool. Don't be trying to keep up with the rappers. Don't be trying to keep up with the celebrities, man. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's not going to work, man. You try to outdo them. Comparison is a thief of joy.
Oh, man.
It's a thief of joy.
That's a super gem
It is,
right
because you're
there.
comparing yourself to, oh, man, I got this. Oh, yeah, well, I got that. Oh, I'm trying to get this now. I'm trying to get that. Will you ever be happy? So
That's
find
a super
your...
gem.
Sometimes live
find
in
your
the moment,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Appreciate and be happy for what you got.
Yeah, so evaluate that and know your circle and know everything around you. Energy travels. Make sure that it's traveling well, man, for real,
Just
for
keep it
real.
real.
Keep it authentic, man. So
Authentic.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah. And if you ever in any room and you're the smartest person in there, you in the wrong room.
I heard that before, too.
Definitely.
I ain't gonna lie. I heard that one before, too, man. So I appreciate
You're in the
y'all. I
wrong
want
room.
y'all to prosper as kings, man. Marcus, Ernest, I appreciate y'all for coming through the Grind Hard Dream Big Show. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream,
No
man. You
kizzy.
already know what it is. No kizzy. We out, man.
Paid producer.